Hello, I'm Bill Wade, a captain with the Tampa Fire Department, and this is a special edition of Fireline. Your guest hosts for this month's show will be Margaret Hamrick and Chris Migrant with the Tampa Fire Department Dispatch Center. We're going to join Chris and Margaret as they take us to some of the 22 different fire stations located throughout the city of Tampa. Chris and Margaret are going to show us some of the specialized pieces of equipment that the Tampa firefighters use to handle the various emergencies that occur throughout the city of Tampa. Chris and Margaret, the show is yours.
Thank you, Bill. Today, we are not only going to introduce you to the Tampa Fire Department, we are going to show you our specialized equipment in operation and the Communications Division. Station 1 is located in downtown Tampa and is also our headquarters. It houses several pieces of unique equipment. Let's take a look at these vehicles.
Station number 1 is a 3-story modern structure that houses both Fire Station number 1 and the Fire Department administration. Just the apparatus floor of this building is bigger than most any other fire station. Here at Station number 1 we find Aerial 1, a 100-foot telescoping boom truck that has a large bucket on the end. Besides its very high reach capability, Aerial 1 can also pump several thousand gallons a minute onto a raging fire using its 2 master stream nozzles. Aerial 1 also provides the firefighters a very stable elevating platform from which rescue work can be performed. Also housed downtown is a very unique vehicle referred to as Vent 1. This truck is dispatched to all structure fires in Tampa. This truck has a very large fan which can be placed in the doorway or stairwell of a building to ventilate smoke or fumes from the building. The ventilation effect also assists in cooling a hot building, making it easier for firefighters to search for victims or to extinguish remaining hot spots after the fire. Vent 1 also carries extra containers of compressed air. This is the air that the firefighters breathe when going into a smoky building. Rescue 33 is a truck specialized for water rescues and tactical medical support at police SWAT team incidents. This truck also has 4-wheel drive and can cover terrain that conventional rescue vehicles cannot. Foam 1 at Station 1 and Foam 8 at Station number 8 in the West Shore area are similar vehicles. These pickup trucks have an apparatus mounted on the rear which can dispense foam and Purple K, a fire-suppressing powder. These trucks have a low profile which enables them to go into parking garages where fire engines cannot go. Typically these vehicles are dispatched to car fires in multi-level parking garages. Engine 31 is used to carry some specialized rescue equipment. Engine 31 carries the large hydraulic spreaders called the Jaws of Life, as well as hydraulic cutters. Both of these pieces of equipment are used to cut the car's metal away from the entrapped person. It should be noted that Engine 31 is not the only Tampa Fire Department unit to carry this equipment. There are several Jaws of Life located throughout the city. Unique to Engine 31 is a set of inflatable airbags. These bags can slowly and carefully raise a very heavy object, such as a car or parts of buildings, off of trapped persons. Engine 31 also carries a tripod and winch, which is used to raise victims from deep, narrow places, such as a well or hold of a ship. Hazmat 31 is a specialized vehicle which carries a wide variety of equipment to be used at a hazardous materials incident. Some of the equipment carried on this truck include sealed biological suits that protect the hazmat team members from dangerous vapors or toxic materials, containers for storing small to medium quantities of hazardous materials, meters to monitor the atmosphere for toxic or flammable gases, decontamination equipment used to shower off any possible remaining chemicals on the firefighter. The rear of this truck also has a small air-conditioned office and library for researching the chemical problem. Also at Fire Station number 1 is Air Truck 1. This vehicle has on it a large air compressor and cascade system that is used to fill air bottles. It may be called to large fire scenes.
Now we are located at Fire Station number 3, which is located on Kennedy Boulevard in Hyde Park. Station 3 houses 2 interesting pieces of equipment, Engine 3, which is a telesquirt, and Light 3. The Tampa Fire Department utilizes Light 3 for night operations such as search and rescue incidents. Let's take a look at these vehicles.
Light 3 is a specialized vehicle with a powerful generator and telescoping lights that can be used to illuminate an area of several hundred square feet. The types of night incidents that Light 3 may respond to include searches for cars that have driven into the water, searches for bodies, prolonged hazardous materials emergencies, and airplane crashes. Light 3 also carries a compressor to fill air bottles. Engine 3 is a typical fire truck with one additional feature. It has a 50-foot telescoping boom on the back. On the end of this boom is a nozzle that can flow a stream of water onto large fires. This nozzle can place water into areas that are too dangerous for even firefighters to enter.
Ybor City is home to Fire Station Number 4. Housed here is a vehicle unlike any other in the Bay Area. Foam 4 is a tractor-trailer that carries large quantities of foam that is utilized for tank farm fires or fires with flammable liquids. Let's take a look at this vehicle in action.
Unlike other foam trucks used by Tampa's firefighters, Foam 4 is an 18-wheeler. Carried in the rear of this truck are many 55-gallon drums of foam. This foam, when mixed with water, is sprayed onto flammable liquid fires to suppress the flames. This truck has proven its worth over and over again when it was used at tank farm fires in the Port of Tampa, Hooker's Point, and Port Tampa. This truck has even seen sea duty during the large barge fire off of the beaches of Fort DeSoto Park. Also at this time we should mention Foam 6. Foam 6 carries the equipment necessary to generate and supply high-expansion foam. This high-expansion foam is used to extinguish fires in enclosed areas. Examples of where high-expansion foam may be called for are holds of ships and enclosed warehouses, cargo trailers, and box cars.
Now we are at Station 5, in an area just north of downtown Tampa. It should be noted at this time that we are showing you the specialized equipment and the typical situations that they may be used. Emergency services almost never involve the typical. It is the unusual and sometimes unbelievable that occurs when this equipment is called upon. The on-scene commander may call for this equipment for many different types of emergency situations because he or she has an idea of how to use this unique piece of equipment. Inside of Station 5, alongside the engine company, we find Rescue 5, which is part of the new fleet of rescue cars being used by the city's paramedics, and Salvage 5. Let's take a look at these vehicles.
Salvage 5 is typically dispatched in a non-emergency response. It has commercial-type vacuum canisters, which can be used to remove pools of water inside of buildings. It also carries large amounts of visqueen, a plastic material used to cover and protect furniture and electronic equipment from water. Rescue 5 is a new breed of larger rescue cars being used by Tampa's paramedics. This truck provides a larger area for paramedics to treat their patients in. It also has more storage space for equipment. Since this is a much heavier duty truck than the previous, it is hoped that these trucks will run longer with less maintenance, thereby making them more economical than the smaller, slightly less expensive trucks.
Now we're at Station 12, located on West Hillsborough Avenue. Station 12 is home to a vehicle known as Canteen 1. This vehicle is called upon when prolonged firefighting operations take place. Canteen 1 provides food and fluids to the firefighters. Let's take a look at this vehicle.
Canteen 1 is the pride and joy of its operator, retired Captain Mike Morris. This truck is a welcome sight at fires and other emergency scenes that drag on for hours. When notified, Captain Morris will pick up this vehicle at Station 12, supply it with donuts, coffee, water, hamburger, and other supplies. He then takes the truck to the emergency scene where he operates the canteen until he is relieved by command.
Station 14 is located in Palma Seca and houses several pieces of equipment. Chief 2 also responds out of Station 14 and is responsible for the south end.
Boat 4 is a rescue boat typically used for search and rescue in Tampa's many water playgrounds. From the bay to the river, Boat 4 can respond promptly to assist at water emergencies. Also housed in Station 14 is a generator trailer. This power source can be towed anywhere to provide a ready source of electricity during power outages or other emergencies. Station 14 also houses a 100-foot ladder truck. Aerial 14, as it is called, has the capability of reaching high into the air to rescue trapped persons or direct streams of water onto fires.
Station 19 is located in Port Tampa, which was once a city in itself until it became incorporated into Tampa. Port Tampa's old jailhouse still stands next to Station 19, which the fire department utilizes and also maintains the property around it. Station 19 houses a tank truck. The Tampa Fire Department also has 2 other tank trucks, one located on the east side of Tampa and the other at Tampa Palms.
These tank trucks located at Stations 19, 16, and 20 are 4-wheel drive vehicles that are designed to fight brush fires. They are different from regular fire trucks in that they can drive and pump water at the same time. Another use for these tank trucks is their water carrying capability. These trucks respond with a regular fire truck into areas that have few or no fire hydrants. Their water carrying capacity is limited, however, and they frequently leave the immediate fire scene to replenish their water supply at a hydrant.
Station 17 is located on Davis Island. It not only provides fire protection, it also maintains and operates Tampa Fire Department's 2 fireboats.
Fireboat 2 is an amphibious vehicle, which is housed at Station 17. It must be driven to a launch site, usually with another vehicle providing escort. It is slow on the road and in the water, but it has a very large water pumping capability and is able to supply many large streams of water at one time. It can also be used to supply water from the bay or river to a fire engine on the scene of a fire near the water's edge. A good example is Port Tampa. Fireboat 1 is typically kept in the water at Marjorie Park on Davis Island. The crew from Engine 17 responds to Marjorie Park and then places the boat into service. It is Tampa Fire Department's fastest boat. It is capable of supplying its own water streams or sending water from the river or bay to fire trucks.
Station 2 and 22 are located at Tampa International Airport and house crash, fire, rescue vehicles. Firefighters operating these vehicles require specialized training in aircraft firefighting. Crash trucks are unique vehicles. They are much larger than your average fire engine. Let's take a look at these impressive vehicles.
The crash trucks are specialized airport firefighting vehicles. With their highly trained crews, they are designed to quickly respond and apply a large amount of foam on a fire. These units also have been summoned to assist in other types of emergencies off of the airport property. However, the number of these trucks that can leave the airport is strictly controlled by the FAA. If additional crash trucks are needed for an alarm off of the airport property, MacDill Air Force Base may be able to provide mutual aid. Also found at the airport is the disaster or mass casualty trailer. This trailer contains about 100 of the old military-type canvas litters. There are also triage tags and other equipment necessary to help organize efforts at a mass casualty situation. This trailer can be called upon to leave the airport if needed.
The Tampa Fire Department training facility is located east of Ybor City. Not only are our new recruits trained here, but the fire department also keeps their firefighters up to date on the latest techniques of firefighting. The firefighters spend many hours in training at this facility to maintain their certification and to improve their skills.
The Tampa Fire Training Academy houses reserve firefighting equipment as well as a 16-passenger van. This van can be used to transport firefighters and their equipment to and from emergency scenes. This can be of great use during natural disasters and prolonged emergencies, to move fire crews, or to evacuate citizens. Also located at training is one of the small pickup trucks that are used at special events to transport paramedics and patients. These vehicles are frequently used at Tampa Stadium and at other events that attract large crowds, such as the Gasparilla Parade. One other specialty vehicle, usually housed at Tampa Fire Supply in Ybor City, is the stake body truck. This truck is an asset when large amounts of equipment need to be moved. Additionally, its high profile is very useful in flood situations.
To maintain all the fire equipment you've seen here today, the Tampa Fire Department operates its own maintenance shop. Located in West Tampa, this facility is responsible for millions of dollars worth of equipment. There is one piece of specialized equipment located at this facility, the shop fuel truck. At prolonged emergencies, this vehicle can carry gasoline or diesel fuel to the fire companies and refuel them on location.
The last place we wanted to visit on this tour is actually the first place that alarms come to, the Tampa Fire Department Dispatch Center. Inside of this building, highly trained dispatchers coordinate the response of all the special apparatus that you've seen today. We want to thank Chris and Margaret for the fine job that they did taking us on a tour of the fire stations around the city of Tampa. We hope that you learned something. For Fireline, I'm Bill Wade. Good day.